Now guys, Budgie Boy Tommy here. Alright, we're going to build a well today for you, show you how it's done. This is the well in question. So let's get to the workshop. Okay, so I'm going to go through each block with you and show you how to build them and stuff. Now then, you need a 5x5 base to start with. Now do excuse the sign, Andy's one of the developers and he's vandalised the crap out of my workshop. Funny story about this, the other day I was in the workshop working away building a custom, and my eldest daughter comes in with her fiance who just happens to be called Andy. Of course we've got that glowing thing on the screen there, so questions were asked, manly postures were done, and lots of grunting and groaning, but anyway, first block. So this is your main well block. Let's have a look at it. So you need a quarter circle. Okay, remember that's the front of your workshop. Okay, so just pause the video, you can count blocks and stuff like that, but you've got 4, then 2, then 2, then 4. And obviously I've got 3 rows, but the as you can see, it goes inward, so like the top row there is like a lip, and then it's only 2 blocks thick, and it goes inwards. I've added a bit of detail and stuff like that, but just pause the video, have a look and make it the way you want to, but I'll give you a good show of it there. And that's it there. Okay, so to name them, now what you do, you've got to have the block selected, remember. So I've got my block selected, you can see it there. Okay, now when you go into the workshop with a new patch, you get your HUD up, and as you can see, it's got the poly count, so that tells you how many polygons is in the block, so you can work on your optimizations. And you've got your name, so at the minute it's called big, and you can see, press the start button, I can change the name there. Okay, so let's grow shrink, and there you go. So that's how you name your blocks if you haven't got a chat pad or a keyboard. So let's lay these. As you can see, the preview is there as well, so that makes it a bit easier for you. Remember your 5x5 base, important for this. So just bang your blocks in like that, and there you go. So that's the start of your well, right? Now obviously you need the water. So what we do is, once we've built that bit, we just take out them blocks there, but we'll leave that rim, because remember, customs don't hold water, so you've got to have the proper blocks to hold it in. So let's pop some water in. There you go, that's nice and safe. And of course the customs hide the water being in a square. Okay, so there you go. And I'll show you what we do with the water later. Now next bit, this is called big as well, so you'd name this big once you've finished building it, but have a look, see how it's done. Now it's important that them bottom blocks there are stone, the same material you build your well wall with. Let's just say that much. Alright, the rest you can build with whatever you want, but as long as it's to this shape. Once you've named it big, you'll see why. So that's the top, that's wood to match the roof. Alright, but that's how you build it. Obviously I use the hatches for screws and bolts and stuff, but you get an idea of your shape in there. And obviously the back part and the front part have to come out that many blocks Now that's on purpose, that's to a particular size. I've sized it all properly for you, so you don't have to do the guesswork there. So putting it in, so you lay 2 blocks at either side, right? That's important. And then you pop that on top. And remember where your front of your workshop was as well, because that's how it's laid. And then you take these blocks off, and then you can see that's why your bottom ones were stone, because it matches the well and it looks like it's attached, right? So there you go, and that's with a big command. So you'll see how the rest of it fits together in a minute. Now next, this bit dead easy. You've seen us build these before. So 4 blocks directly in the middle, straight up, then you build your double spiral. But I'll let you have a look so you can pause it. But remember your double spiral, whatever side you start your spiral on, the next spiral is directly opposite. So I'll show you that as well. So I started on that side, so the next side is directly opposite that way, yeah? And you build it up. And that one you call rotate CW. See the name on the screen? That's what you call it. And then you lay it in. As you can see, it's rotating away there. So I put 3 in for now, but that's what you've got, right? You can see how it fits with that other block. Fits nicely. Now next we've got our handle. So let's see which side. So we're spinning that way, so we need to be on this side with a handle. So everything's spinning the same. See? Everything's spinning the same direction. Now the handle, well, dead easy. Remember your front of your workshop, the 2 black blocks there. This is how it's positioned. Alright. There's your front. And this is how I've built it. Pretty straightforward. Obviously you can make fancy handles yourselves, but as long as you get the directions and stuff right, you've got a handle. Now let's get rid of that one, because we need one middle for the rope, right? So basically, pop this in. It's just like a small sphere. So basically just build one of them, right? Build one of them and then just add the rest of the blocks. Put the spiral in as well and just add the rest of the blocks, right? Just build one of them and then add the sphere. But you can pause it to have a look at it. And that one you call rotate CW as well, because it's got to match the other blocks, alright? There you go. It's a bugger to get in there in the workshop. Hopefully you can see enough of this to get an idea of what you're doing. Now you can build it. You don't need the patch for this, because if you've got a chat pad or a keyboard, you can type it in. The workshop does have the little naming thing already as well. So everything you're building on the well is already pre-patched, so you can do this now. You don't have to wait for the patch for this. So that goes in the middle, and there you go. You see the effect you've got. Looks alright. Next bit. Now that's your rope. Pretty bog standard, straight up. As long as you get it in one of your middle 4 blocks, you can call it twizzle. See the name on the screen. And just bang 3 of them, smack bang in the middle, and then take the middle one out. You'll see why in a minute. Okay, so when you look at the side, that's what you're looking at. Alright, it's an effect. It's not perfect, it's an effect. Now your bucket. Standard bucket fare. just a circle, build it up, add detail, you know, whichever detail you want. If you want a metal bucket, make it metal. If you want a wooden bucket, make it wood. Whatever you want, but that's the sort of shaping you're looking at. Right, you've got your 2 1 2 1 2 1 all the way around. It's the same model as me piping. I'll put the bolts and the screws in and stuff. There's a bit of detail for it. Now that's called dangle. See the name on the screen there? Dangle. That's what you call it. So if you've got a chat pad or a keyboard, it's set namespace dangle. You've got your handle, dead straightforward. I've just done it 1 block thick rather than the 2. So it is a bit lopsided, but it is just an effect. Put your water block, your blue blocks, don't use water blocks, sorry. Blue canvas for the water. Or you can use the diamond blocks if you want. Now, and then you can pop that in that gap that you've made. And then you can take that bottom rope out. And there you go. Got your little dangly bucket on the end of your rope. Then the water. So just get your water block, put that directly under your bucket. See that? It's just an effect. But looks like the water's spilling out and stuff. Not too bad, not too shabby. Right, next, pillars. You all know how to make pillars, so I'm not going to blab on about what goes where when. But basically, you know your pillar base, you've got your solid base, and then it goes into whatever thickness your pillar is. Made this one of wood. There's the actual pillar, the central bit. Straightforward, that's a size, 4 blocks, 2 2 2 2. All the way up. Dead easy for you. And then you just pop your top on. I've actually made a top, but you don't need it. You can use the bottom and muck about with the block placing. Now then, let's be lazy with the next bit. So obviously I need another 3 of them. So rather than block, 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 let's get the old cut and paste in to go. So imagine you've got 20 of these to lay. Get the old cut and paster out. So you've got your paint palette. Use your triggers to select your block you want. So it's a bottom block with it being straight up, it's dead straight for bottom block, top block. And then you press X where you want to place it. Be careful with cut and paste, because once you've put it in, you've got to manually delete it. And if you put it over one of your main structures, you will be snookered. So there you go, I've saved myself a few minutes there, right? But as you can see, it's shaping up nicely. Right, next block, corner roof. I'll show you the block. Remember the front of your workshop, the 2 black ones. See where I positioned it. So you've got flat for 2, then up 1, and another 2 blocks, and then up 1, and it's 1 block, then up 1, it's 1 block, then up 2, get rid of that, up 2, and then the last 2 singles there at the corner, and just pop that one back. And then you can add detail if you want. You don't have to, but I've added the diagonal of detail right away through there. And in the back there, you can carve that out if you want, make a bit of detail in that. But that's down to yourselves what you do with that. Pop your corners in. This is brilliant with the placing, because you can see what you're doing. There you go, and in guns your eye out. That's your corners. And then we need a base for the next bit, so let's pop some base. Now the base I'll be deleting. This is just to put the rest of the roof on. I do apologise for the length of this, but I forgot how complicated it was to actually knock one of these things up. Right, next block. So this is just your normal roof block. So it's got to be the same as the corners. So you've got 2 flat, remember the front of the workshop, 2 flat, then up 1, 2 flat, then up 1, 1 row, and up 1, 1 row, and then up 2, oh, got one missing, bugger, and up 2, and then up 2. And at the sides I've added a block all the way down, as you can see. And that's just for detail. That's optional if you want to or not. And then obviously when you get to the bottom and the back, you can put some detail in. As you can see, I've got a bit of detail in there, but once again, optional for yourselves. So let's put this in. There you go. Now let's delete these blocks underneath. And there you go. So next bit, we'll just use the same blocks, just put them in as like a base for the next level of roof. It's exactly the same blocks, but you're going one in. So put a base down, and then you get your corner, put your corners in, and get your normal roof one, stick that in, and there's your well. Okay, now I've had a little bit on the end as an optional for you guys, because you can also decorate the inside of the roof. So this block, or if it roofs in general, this block is, there you go, have a good look at it, because I use this, basically you've got it's 3 blocks I use for roofs. You've got your corner, your normal, and you've got your, this is the inward corner. And if you've got them 3 blocks, you can basically make amazing shapes. Nice fancy struts, roofs, arches, stuff like that. So needs to go in there. Now it's a bit of a fight, so what I've done, I've edited a little bit out, but I've deleted all the rest of the central bar of the well so I can get in there. So you can see how I'm placing it. As I say, this is optional for you guys. The well is built, and this is just a little bit more fanciness. I can see the preview doesn't work upside down at the moment. That will be fixed. And we'll add one normal ones. And as you can see, when you get underneath, that looks a lot more fancy. Yeah, it looks alright. So there you go. That's a job well done. Yeah, well, that was a bit crap on it. I'll just stick to building there. Right, but thanks for watching. Keep smiling, guys. Ta-da.